Welcome back, guys. We're back to Glenumbra, where we left off in the Lion Guard Redoubt. So this is Lion Guard Redoubt, and we discovered a way to defeat Ango of the Gravesinger with the help of Gabriel Benale. Now, we're going to continue with the rest of the quests, but we did finish, if you look at the map here, we did finish Altcroft, we did finish Camlon. This is Camlon, we helped it, but there are some quests here and some lore books and sky shots, etc. that we didn't discover, and there's a delve on the left as well, and there's also a lore book and a small quest on the left of the weird tree. So we're going to finish the left ones here, and also we're going to finish Selam. So from the bottom everything is done. Also we didn't do the public dungeon quest. So there's a bunch of things to do. But let's do the, instead of going farther north, I would like to just finish the western part and the southern part, what we are missing. Okay, so before we talk to...
We have much to discuss.
Yeah, I know we have much to discuss, but I need to wait a little bit for the other quest to be done. So before we talk to Lanish Sheldon about these things, and I think we'll go here and finish Vines and Villains, and Cambrai Pass. We'll do all this as well. Yeah, the North Hackfenway Shrine. We'll start with that. Lieutenant Jassian's last missive, Kat Betrol, is not as I remember it. Where I once marveled at the serene grace of his testament to our beloved ancestors, I now gape in awe horror what the place has become. Marble statues of long-dead heroes lie broken before the desecration of Angof's corruption, where noble supplicants bowed heads in reverence to their ancestors. Shambling corpses lagged behind every headstone to tear at the throats of the living. Even the lawns, once verdant and bright with flowers of mourning, lie blasted and torn amid the pestilence of the bloodthorn. Stand up, protect us. I will see an end to this abomination. Lieutenant Eloi Jassien, I guess. That's how we pronounce it, right? Eloi. So Breton names, which are French, basically. Legitimate interests. Alright, I'll go to the south and finish these. First I'll finish this, Vines and Villains, and then we can finish the History of the Fighters Guild Part 1. We did read the Part 2, which was about this, what the Fighters Guild were called Sifim in the beginning, and they changed, and they were basically born of Akaviris, if I remember. Okay, let's read on. History of the Fighters Guild Part 1. In the 283rd year of the Second Era, Potentate Varsiduche was faced with a disintegrated empire. The vassal kingdoms throughout Temporal had reached a new height of rebellion, openly challenging his rule. They refused his taxes and led sorties against the imperial garrisons throughout the land. At the destruction of his fortress in Dawnstar, he gathered the imperial council in what would be called the Council of Bardmont. After the town south of Dawnstar, where they met, there the potentate declared Catholic and universal martial law. The princes of Tamriel would dissolve their armies or face his wrath. The next 37 years were perhaps the bloodiest in the violent history of Tamriel. In order to crush the last of the royal armies, Varsiduche had to sacrifice many of his best legions, as well as spend nearly every last piece of gold in the imperial treasury. But he accomplished the unthinkable. For the first time in history, there was but one army in the land, and it was his own. The problems that immediately surfaced were almost as staggering as the triumph itself. The potentate had impoverished the land by his war for the vanquished kingdoms, and had also spent the last of their gold in defense. Farmers and merchants alike had their livelihood ruined. Before, the princes of Tamriel would not pay his taxes. Now they could not. The only persons who benefited from the war were criminals who preyed upon the ruins of the lawless land without fear of arrest, now that all the local guards and militia were gone. It was a crisis the Akavari had seen coming, long before he destroyed the last of his subjects' armies, but for which he had no solution. He could not allow his vassals their own armies again, but the land was deeper into this stew of anarchy than it had ever been before. His army sought to fight the rise of crime, but a central authority was no threat against the local underworld. In the dawn of the year 320, a kinsman of Varsiduche, Dineras Ves, the Iron, nicknamed, presented himself with a host of companions before the potentate. It was he who suggested an order of mercantile warriors for hire, who would be hired by nobility in lieu of a standing army. The employment would be temporary, and a percentage of their fees would go to the potentate's government, thus putting salve on to Versailles' greatest pains, though it was then called the Sifim. Okay, it's like a salve, I think it means. It's an Akabiri word because Vasidushe and everyone else, Dinia's West, these are all Akabiris. After the sciencey word for soldiers, okay, not salve, soldiers, okay. The organization that was to be known as the Fighters Guild had been born. Very nice, very interesting to read. Okay.
Welcome to the arse end of nowhere.
Arse end of nowhere, okay. Hello.
An adventurer from the looks of you. Live by the sword and die by it, as they say. What brings you to our humble camp?
I'm looking for work.
I might have something that will interest you. We captured a Red Rook messenger prowling around our camp. We think he was going to a Red Rooks and Bloodthorns meeting. Rumor is they're forming an alliance, but we can't get the messenger to talk.
Want me to talk to him?
Might as well give it a shot. He's been telling us a sad story about his kidnapped family, but I don't believe a word of it. If you want to try to make the bandit talk, he's right over there.
I'll see what I can find out. Lord Jassian. Jassian, didn't we read a missive about some Jassian guy?
Join the Lion Guard and see the world, they told me. All I've seen is the Glenumbra wilderness. I'm sick of this place.
Isn't Glenumbra wilderness beautiful? Be honest, come on. Actually, very, very pretty zone.
Please, you have to listen to me. My family's in danger. No one will listen. I'll tell you everything I know, but you have to help me. I'm begging you.
Alright, I'm listening.
First, you have to promise to help me. I didn't stumble into a Lion Guard camp by accident. I came here for help, not to be taken prisoner. I had no choice. They're holding my family.
Who's holding your family?
The Red Rooks. I'm a tracker. I know this area like the back of my hand. The Red Rooks tried to convince me to join them, but I said no. So they captured my family and threatened to kill them.
Okay.
I want those bastards dead just as much as anyone.
I'll rescue your family if you tell me what you know.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know, but only after they're safe. They're holding my family in an abandoned house to the south of this camp.
Alright.
If you get them back here safely, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
I'll save your family, dude. No worries. Oh, horse turn mark. Oh, this.
Sorry, Hunter. No more bounties today.
Yeah, this is the guy who I gave the crocodile teeth. Oh, there's a lot of bandits here.
To the side!
Everyone dead? Marcel Orent.
Poor father. He didn't mean to get us into all of this. He's a good man.
Yeah, I know.
You aren't one of them. Please, help us. These bandits grabbed us. They're using us to force my husband to help them. I'm so worried about him.
Your husband is at the Lion Guard camp to the northeast. You'll be safe there.
He's safe.
Yes, he's safe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Come, Darciel. We need to get out of here and find your father.
Talk to Kip back at the camp. Kip
You're
Orent.
safe, thank the divines. And thank you for believing me. I'll tell you everything I know about the Red Rooks and the Bloodthorns.
I'm listening.
The Bloodthorns and Red Rooks plan to finalize their alliance. They're meeting in secret right in the ruins behind you.
Okay.
But the relationship has been rocky at best from what I was able to see. I don't think it will be very hard to force them apart.
How can I force them apart, and how do you know so much about this
I've
alliance?
kept my eyes and ears open. They've been forcing me to scout the area, but they haven't been paying all that much attention to me. The envoy and the Red Rook leader, they kind of hate each other, from what I could see.
How can I force them apart?
Just wiping out the ones at this meeting won't be enough. That might even bring the two groups closer together, since you'd be giving them a common enemy. No, you need to turn them against one another.
I'll attack them while disguised as a Red Rook. I do have a red rook disguise, if I am not mistaken. I do have it, yeah. There you go, I'm a red rook bandit now.
I won't leave my husband's side again. If they want to lock him up in a cell, then they'll have to lock me up with him.
Why is my father still a prisoner? This wasn't his.
Yeah, don't worry. Check red rook packs for new disguise. Kill envoy cowards. I see. I need a disguise, right?
Move, now!
Could be here, right? Is he inside the camp? Or is this guy gonna come out? Is he even here? I mean, what am I waiting for even? The cooking fire here. Oh, the sentry can detect me, I forgot, yeah. Oh, there he is.
Bloodthorns, to arms! The Red Rooks have betrayed us!
Yep. Red Rooks have betrayed you, bro. Dr. Provost Piper. Okay. Well,
So, I'm going to take a wild guess here. All that commotion coming from the ruins? That was you, wasn't it?
yeah.
Good work.
Disrupted the meeting by killing the Bloodthorn envoy while disguised as a Red Rook.
A job well done, then. No good would have come from such an unholy alliance. While you were gone, I decided to let Kip and his family go.
Yeah, he didn't do
Couldn't
anything wrong.
stand seeing his wife and daughter so distressed. I even tossed him a shirt and a pair of pants.
Werewolf hide Kip's roguish leathers for disrupting the Red Rook and Bloodthorn meeting at the Dimwarth ruins. Sorry, Dwinarth ruins. These medium leggings were awarded. Alright. So we're finished with this. Now we can go further south because we don't want to go further north. I want to go to the south and finish the west, the quest to the west and the public dungeon quest, which is all in the south. So we are in Cambrai Pass. Did we finish the Cambrai Pass? No. It does show a quest there, right? No, there is no quest there. Alright. Okay, okay. So for questing, we need to go to the left of... We need to go to Eagles Brook. For the rest of the quests. I understand. Let's see if there's any quest here. Just explore a little bit. It's the Cambrai Pass. A lot of wolves. Ah, there is a quest actually.
I can't believe I lost everything.
Really?
What a terrible idea this turned out to be. What was I thinking?
What happened to you?
My dream has turned into a nightmare. I wanted to start fresh in Daggerfall. I even have a name for my new shop. Garments by Odai. Has a nice ring, don't you think? Then, disaster. I cut through this pass and ran into wolves. I lost everything.
It can be dangerous to leave the main roads.
I was in a hurry. I had an appointment I had to keep. Anyway, could you help me? I'm ruined without my sewing box, silken threads, and book of patterns. Gather them and meet me on the other side of the pass. I'll take the long way around.
I'll retrieve your staff and meet you on the other side.
As long as I have the tools of my trade, I can make an honest living. A good tailor is welcome anywhere.
I'll ask you a few questions.
Please, but do hurry. I worry that the wolves will chew up my book of patterns. I've made dresses and suits for nobles. Very elegant garments. The patterns in the book are priceless. Without them, my business is finished.
Why did you leave the main roads?
I thought the pass was a shortcut. Get me closer to Daggerfall.
No.
I'm not really good with maps, though. I'm not anywhere near Daggerfall, am I?
No, but Aldcroft is closer.
Oh, I should have listened to... Well, anyway, if you help me get my things, I'll stick to the main roads until I reach a safe settlement. Aldcroft sounds fine. I'm just anxious to get going. Fresh start and all that.
You should have found a group to travel with.
Yes, well, I'm a spontaneous sort. Yes, spontaneous. Grab my tools and take to the road. Go where the moment takes me. I wanted a fresh start. Adventure.
I know, dude.
Excitement. I hadn't considered the wolves, though.
Like the sewing box, pack of silk threads, and tailor's book of patterns. Sewing box, a sturdy box filled with pins, needles, scissors, and other implements of the tailor's trade. Oh, we didn't take it. What the heck? Pack of silk threads. A backpack filled with spools of silk thread in many vibrant colors. Here you go. Lost is the book for this guy. Book of patterns. Oh, werewolves. A book full of carefully drawn clothing. Okay, I can't read. Alright, now I can read. A book of patterns. A book full of carefully drawn clothing designs and tailoring notes. Meet O'Day at the end of the pass. Talk to the Lion Guard soldier. Wait, he died? Dame Veronica, what happened to O'Day?
I don't suppose you've seen a frightened tailor wandering about. His name is Odai Philippe. I'm his wife, and I very much want to find him.
Okay, I met a tailor who asked for my help.
That sounds like my sweet Odai. Kindest man in the world, but as helpless as a kitten. We spent the night at the Lion Guard camp nearby, and he must have wandered off. He sleepwalks sometimes. Odai's not used to rough living.
There are wolves in the pass. He's taking the long way around.
Oh, I do hope he isn't frightened. Even deer tend to startle poor Odai. I was taking him to my mother's home in Wayrest. She just loves Odai to pieces. I can better concentrate on my job if I know Odai's safe.
O'Day should be along at any moment. I recovered the tools of his trade.
Oh, look, there he is now. Poor bedraggled darling. Thank you for helping him. I really will feel better once I get him safely to my mother's house. I just adore him so. I'd hate for anything to happen to him.
Weird relationship. This fashionable light armor was awarded for reuniting Odai with Dame Veronica at Cambrai Pass.
There you are, my poor darling. You must have been sleepwalking again. You were gone when I woke up.
Yes, dear. Sleepwalking. Again.
Was my little cuddle bear frightened? You're
Bro,
safe
this
now.
is cringe.
I'll get you to my mother's. Have you snug as a bug in a rug in no time. And don't worry, I'll kill anyone or anything that gets in our way.
Yes, dear. I'm sure you will.
Well, that's enough excitement for one day. Come along, dearest. The sooner we get you to safety, the sooner I can get back to work. Don't forget to thank the kind stranger for helping you, dear.
Thanks, stranger. For nothing.
What? Wait, is he trying to get rid of his weird wife? For nothing. She was so cringe, bro. Alright. I'm going to the left for the quest. The quest's near Camelot. Tami and Salan. Okay.
You can't just let my village burn.
Okay.
Please, they won't listen to me. It's true that I used to run with the Red Rooks, but I quit. I hate all the chaos they're causing in Glenumbra. Now I just want to help save my town. But the guards don't believe me.
What did they tie you up? Why?
The guards caught me sneaking around. They don't believe I'm trying to save the village. The Bloodthorn are gathering the villagers at the docks for sacrifice. They kill them and raise them as zombies. I don't want my friends to end up like that.
How can I help?
My father's a mage. His signature spell is a spell of hiding that I know can protect the villagers. If you can reach our house and prepare the spell, I can rescue the villagers and meet you there. You just need to convince Dame Clarique to free me.
I'll talk to Dame Clarique.
You'll find Dame Clarique up the road. She's the knight in charge of this Lion Guard unit. Since she's the one who had me tied up, you'll need to convince her to let me go.
Tell me more about the spell you want me to cast.
Called Marion's White Mask. My father loves to name his spells after himself. When cast on a building, the spell cloaks everyone inside in a shroud of misdirection. Makes anyone who looks see something other than what's really there.
White mask, what does that mean?
My father used to scare me with the spell. He'd cast it on his workshop and make himself look like a hooded specter in a white mask. We argued about it. A lot. I never found it as funny as he did.
Where can I find your father?
I don't know where he is. He was in the village before the attack, and I fear the worst. My father and I, well, we didn't always get along. That's why I joined the Red Rooks in the first place. I just hope he's still alive.
Oh, Dame Clarique.
As if the problems in Camlorn weren't enough, we have cultists and bandits harrying our flanks. I've been assigned to keep an eye on the situation here, and my vigilance paid off. We captured one of those Red Rook bandits.
The band is trying to help save the village.
You talked to him, didn't you? Why exactly do you trust this bandit? I'm not even convinced there are any villagers left alive in there to save. We haven't seen anyone but the cultists.
Why would a bandit try to sneak into a village full of evil cultists?
I suppose that's a good point. If what he's told us is correct, we wouldn't see the villagers anyway. He says they're being kept down by the docks. Very well. I'll let the bandit go. I just hope I don't regret this.
Enter Salon House. Okay. Oh yeah, this is Eagle's Brook, right? This is the port to the Eltheric Ocean on the left. And there are some lore books here. Okay. This is the house of this guy. Cast Marion's White Mask. Okay, I think there is a recipe of how to make it, right? Marion's spell book. I finally made the spell work. I was barking up the wrong tree as far as the shrouding ashes were concerned. Turns out they weren't necessary at all, so that I don't forget. The formula for Marion's White Mask is as follows. Tamian will lift spell I can't wait to show him. First, recite my incantation over the ritual table to begin the spell. Then place the masking salve in the center of the table. I'll detail the recipe elsewhere, but I made quite a lot of it. Third, light a candle and place it so blend the scent of the salve with the candle's smoke. Finally, when the smoke and scent have been blended, place the glass gems. They'll be infused with the aura created by the rest of the spell. Okay. Glass gems last. Glass gems. These gems appear to be made of glass cut into standard gemstone shapes. Letter from time. Okay, I'll read that later on. Box of candles before the gems. This candle has a wide wick made for creating smoke. And box of shrouding ashes, which will be in the beginning, I guess. Urn of shrouding ashes. The urn has an engraving of a wraith along one side. Salve cabinet. This small bottle smells of cherries. Okay. Letter from Tammy and Selan. Father, you won't understand my reasons for leaving, but you deserve at least to hear them. Maybe you'll reread them eventually and they'll make sense. I'm not a mage. My talents in magic, by your own contemptuous admission, are weak. My skills lie elsewhere, and I plan to put them to use. I will never be the prodigal mage you hoped for, but you have never heard me sneak in or out of the house, nor do you likely know that I overheard your comments to your wizard friends over dinner. I know you think little of me, and I wish I had been born otherwise, but I have not, and I'll spare you the further burden of my company. I'll send money home, a portion that I make, whether you find it proof that I'm doing well for myself or simply find it useful to put food on your table matters not to me. Consider it slow repayment for the years you have dealt with the burden of an underachieving son. I love you dearly, Father, but I cannot abide your company. Live well, your son, Tamian. Yeah. This is the reason he left the... Okay, if I remember it... Marion's incantation, right? Note to myself... my 4 fondest memories are the new words of power for the table as of 7 of Sun's Dawn. The Mage's Guild, my wife Emily, my birthplace Camlorn, my son Tamian. Yeah. Marion's... Okay, this table is prepared for ritual magic, simply waiting for incantation to begin the process. The Mage's Guild, my wife Emily, my birthplace Camlorn, my son Tamian. Okay, the ritual table vibrates with power, waiting for components to be placed upon it. I think we do the ashes first. Place the shrouding ashes. Oh, shit. Yeah, we do the salve first. Sorry. Then the ashes. Incorrect. Oh. Okay, salve. Candle. Gems. Okay, we don't use the ashes. Okay, I was confused. So the spell is complete. Marion Sellan, oh, he's dead. Or what?
You cast my spell. The masking ritual. But why?
Your son sent me here to cast your spell. He should be here shortly.
Here. I hoped he would return. There's no time for that right now, though. We need to act before the Bloodthorn cultists cause more damage.
Yeah.
The Bloodthorn have been draining my essence to fuel their necromantic rituals. They're transporting the animated dead from the docks. They've sent zombies as far north as Cath Madro, and Daggerfall is next.
How can you stop there?
I'm imprisoned in a pocket plane of oblivion. I think I can use the magic I still possess to collapse the plane and end the ritual. But in case I fail, you need to burn the Bloodthorn's boats. Don't let any more zombies leave the village.
I'll stop the Bloodthorn, don't worry. It's Tammy and Salan here. Oh, he rescued the villagers.
See, the spell worked. That should keep these villagers safe. I heard you talking to my father, though. I hope you're not going to pursue his foolish plan. It's too dangerous.
You don't think his plan will work?
Oh, it'll work, but it's idiotic. As usual, my father only takes into account the big picture.
What do you mean?
He's going to collapse his prison. I'm not an expert in pocket planes, but that doesn't sound healthy. He's going to kill himself to stop the ritual. I can't let that happen. I'm going after him.
You're on your own. Glenumbra is more important. I'm going to stop the Bloodthorns. Okay, if I do this, his father dies, and if I'll save your father, we'll deal with the bloodthirst later, then the other people die. I guess, I don't know. His father was very mean to him, and he loves him, but I don't know. I mean, I think the people of Eaglesbrook deserve to live more than this old mage. So you're on your own. I'm sorry about that.
I understand. This is my battle to fight. Go. Stop the Bloodthorn. I'll free my father and bring him back here. Meet me here after you destroy the Bloodthorn boats.
You won't hurt me, will you?
I can't believe it. Free!
At last I'm free!
I'm free.
Yeah, we burned the boats. His father is dead.
I failed him.
What happened to your father?
I used his spell, the one he always used to scare me with, to slip in unnoticed and rescue him. As we made our escape, we were overrun by Banekin. Father cast some kind of spell and I blacked out. When I woke up, I was here and he was there.
I'm sorry, Tamian.
I failed him, but you didn't. You stopped the Bloodthorn cultists, just like he wanted. I want to bury my father. Could you speak to Dame Clarique for me? I need a moment alone.
My courage has fled. Divines, save me.
I'm just glad there were some survivors at the mill. Could have been so much worse.
You mean Delane's mill?
Bloodthorn cultists made a mad dash up the road. We cut down a number of them, They clearly weren't expecting to run into us. I assume you had something to do with that?
Rescued the villagers and destroyed the Bloodthorn boats.
So I see. Sent the cultists right into our waiting blades. Good job! You were right about that bandit. He really came through for us. We'll deal with the remaining cultists and their zombies.
Lion cut Sabatons with a weird tree. These heavy boots were awarded by Dame Cleric of the Lion Guard for assisting with the rescue of Eagle's Brook. Bloodthorn occupied house. Is the lore book here? Yep. Trials of Saint Alacia, classic. Fragment from the Trials of Saint Alacia. Akatosh made a covenant with Alacia in those days so long ago. He gathered the tangled skeins of oblivion and knit them fast with the bloody sinews of his heart and gave them to Alacia, saying, "This shall be my token to you, that so long as your blood and oath hold true, yet so shall my blood and oath be true to you. This token shall be the Amulet of Kings, and the covenant shall be made between us, for I am the King of Spirits, and you are the Queen of Mortals. As you shall witness for all mortal flesh, so shall I stand witness for all immortal spirits." And Akadosh drew from his breast a burning handful of his heart's blood, and he gave it into Alicia's hand, saying, "This shall also be a token to you of our joined blood and pledged faith. So long as you and your descendants shall wear the Amulet of Kings, then shall his dragonfire burn, an eternal flame as a sign to all men and gods of our faithfulness. So long as the dragonfire shall burn to you and to all generations, I swear that my heart's blood shall hold fast the gates of oblivion. So long as the blood of the dragon runs strong in her rulers, the glory of the empire shall extend in unbroken years. But should the dragonfires fail, and should no heir of our joined blood wear the Amulet of Kings, then shall the empire descend into darkness, and the demon lords of misrule shall govern the land." From the liturgy of the rekindling of the dragonfires. Very, very, very interesting. Right now in Tamriel, there is no dragon, there's no ruler with the dragon blood, no one. So that's why Imperial City and Cyrodiil is under chaos and under Molag Bal, and that's why this is the Plain Melt, it's called. Can I go this way? No. I guess there's some slaughterfish here, I'm not sure. No. The Anuad, paraphrased. Alright. The first ones were brothers, Anu and Padome. They came into the void, and time began. As Anu and Padome wandered the void, the interplay of light and darkness created Nier. Both Anu and Padome were amazed and delighted with her appearance, but she loved Anu, and Padome retreated from them in bitterness. Nier became pregnant, but before she gave birth, Padome returned, professing his love for Nier. She told him that she loved only Anu, and Padome beat her in rage. Anu returned to fought Padome and cast him outside time. Nier gave birth to creation, but died from her injuries soon after. Anu, grieving, had himself in the sun and slept. Meanwhile, life sprang up and flourished on the 12 worlds of creation. After many ages, Padome returned to time. He saw creation and hated it. He swung his sword, shattering the 12 worlds in their alignment. Anu awoke and fought Padome again. The long and furious battle ended with Anu as the victor. He cast aside the body of his brother, who he believed was dead, and attempted to save creation by forming the remnants of the 12 worlds into one. Nirn, the world of Tamriel. As he was doing so, Padome struck him through the chest with one last blow. Anu grappled with his brother and pulled them both outside of time forever. The blood of Padome became the Daedra, the blood of Anu became the stars. The mingled blood of both became the Aedra, as evinced by their capacity for good and evil, as well as their greater affinity for earthly affairs than the Daedra, who have no connection to creation. On the world of Nirn, all was chaos. The only survivors of the 12 worlds of creation were the Elnofey and the Hist. The Elnofey are the ancestors of Mer and Men. The Hist are the trees of Argonia. Nirn originally was all land, interspersed with seas but no oceans. A large fragment of the Elnofey world landed on Nirn, relatively intact, and the Elnofey living there were the ancestors of the Mer. These Elnofey fortified their borders from the chaos outside, hid their pocket of calm, and attempted to live on as before. Other Elnofey arrived on Narn, scattered amid the confused jumble of the shattered worlds, wandering and finding each other over the years. Eventually, the wandering Elnofey found the hidden land of all Elnofey, and were amazed and joyful to find their kin living and amid the splendor of ages past. The wandering Elnofey expected to be welcomed into the peaceful realm, but the old Elnofey looked on them as degenerates fallen from their former glory. For whatever reason, war broke out and raged across the whole of Nirn. The old Elnofey retained their ancient power and knowledge, but the wanderers were more numerous. Toughened by their long struggle to survive on Nirn, this war reshaped the face of Nirn, sinking much of the land beneath the oceans and leaving the lands as we know them: Tamriel, Akavir, Atmora, and Yakuda. The old Elnofey realm, although ruined, became Tamriel. The remnants of the Wanderers were left divided on the other three continents. Over many years, the Elnofey of Tamriel became the Mer, Elves, the Dwemer, the Deep Ones, sometimes called Dwarves, the Chimer, the Changed Ones, who later became the Dunmer, the Dark or Cursed Ones, the Dark Elves, the Bosmer, the Green or the Forest Ones, the Wood Elves, the Altmer, the Elder or High Ones, the High Elves. On the other continents, the Wandering Elnofey became the Men, the Nords of Atmora, the Redguards of Yokuda, and the Saisi of Akavir. The Hist were bystanders in the Elnofey war, but most of the realm was destroyed and the war passed over it. As the war passed over it, a small corner of it survived it to become Black Marsh and Tamriel, but most of their realm was sunk beneath the sea. Eventually, men returned to Tamriel. The Nords were the first, colonizing the northern coast of Tamriel before recorded history, led by the legendary Ysgramor. The 13th of his line, King Harald, was the first to appear in written history. Thus the Mythic era ended. I think it's Meretic era, right? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, we are in Andum. Let's see. Andum here. The halls of Lost Andom are given a white bird by the local Bretons, who claim that its corridors... Okay. It's an alien ruin, from what I understand. I'm not sure if there's a quest there. Let's see some Dominion soldiers, yeah? Dominion orders Andom. Okay, Dominion orders Andom. You must secure the alien ruins of Andom immediately. Not only control of this area provides us with a major strategic advantage against the Dagger of a Covenant, but the treasures we plunder from the ruins will add to our resources, and perhaps we can find a powerful relic or magical artifact as well. I don't see any quests here. Alright. Alright. We'll stop here for today. Thanks for joining today, and see you guys next time. Oh, wait a second before we go. This could be the quest for Signals of Dominion and Reverse Gun. This could be the quest for Endom. Wait. I think I found something. Give me a second.
My regret binds me to this place.
Leon Miliel. No, Ghosts of Westry. No. It's the other quest here. Something related to the Dominion, right? This quest. Lieutenant Clarice. Yeah, this one. Hello?
We weren't prepared for the Aldmeri Dominion to assault Far Watchtower. Now we're scrambling to keep them contained.
Can I help?
We've got our hands full just trying to stop the Aldmeri Dominion forces. They're using the tower to signal their ships, and we know that messages are being relayed between their commanders. We need to see one of those messages.
I can intercept the messages for you.
If you could, that would be greatly appreciated. One of our injured scouts reported a command camp nearby, across the bridge from the tower. Bring any messages you find to Captain Jalam. She's patrolling up near the tower.
I'll intercept the messages and take them to Captain Jalam. No worries. Signals of Dominion, Renel Moray.
These old cliffs and valleys. There are too many places to hide.
Are you looking for
The
something?
Dominion. They could have agents hiding anywhere around here. The bastards are particularly interested in old ruins, and in case you haven't noticed, you can't take a dozen steps without running into an ancient structure out here.
Why are they interested in old ruins?
They're probably looking for magical artifacts they can use against us. That's my guess. I just wanted to check out a few places like Endoom, but my superior said no. Told me to stay alert and obey orders. Blech.
Yeah, in Doom, I have been there. There's another quest here. Collect Scout's orders. Scout's orders, let's see. The note is sitting near the body of a dead Lion Guard scout. Read the note. We can't afford to send more troops to Farwatch. Do what you can to stop the Dominion from establishing a foothold into Glenumbra. Pan them in. Do not engage. But do not engage. Use scouts to gather information. The note contains writing in a different hand. Read the handwritten editions. We sent out the scouting party, but no word as yet. Captain Jalam has been forced to engage the Dominion at Farwatch. Without scouting reports, we're finding blind. Worse, the scouting party consisted of mainly new recruits. This is a disaster. I should help locate the missing scouts. Missing scouts. And signals of the Dominion. Okay. Collect Dominion messages. Okay. There's Dominion soldiers here. Commander Amor. Aldmeri Strongbox. Dominion messages. These collected pages detail encrypted signals from Dominion ships. Okay. Give them to Captain Jerome. Ooh. Captain Jerome.
Quiet. Dominion soldiers are everywhere.
I intercepted his signal messages from the Dominion.
Hadir had to recruit a mercenary? Not a good sign. Let me see those messages. By the 8, the Dominion's planning a full-scale assault. These messages, they're waiting for orders to...
Wait, can I read them? Give me a second. No, okay.
Hadir had to recruit a Thanks, Stendar. That will buy us precious time. We need to douse their signal fires before they can send the command. Take this storm rune and use it to put out the fires. Then meet me on the shore.
Wait, what?
Climb the tower and use the storm rune to put out
Storm
the
rune.
signal fires. Quickly now, I'll meet you down...
Okay, let me see what we did. Albion Dominion forces have captured Firewatch Tower. They're using the tower to signal their fleet at sea. Okay, it was written there. Captain Jerome asked me to put out the signal fires on Firewatch Tower. That should prevent the Dominion from signaling their ships to attack. She gave me a storm rune to do the job. Raindrops are etched upon the surface of this small blue stone. Okay. And these are the recruits. Recruit Helene.
I thought I was done for. Thanks for finding me.
Can you get out of the tower on your own? Can you get to the base of the tower on your own?
Yes, I think so. But what about Cecile? She was ahead of us and I saw her get captured. They took her toward the camp on the beach. We can't leave without her.
Go to safety. I'll handle Cecile. Good
I
race.
didn't think I'd make it. I barely made it into hiding before more of those bastards showed up. But by the 8, it's good to see a friendly face.
Can you make it to the base of the tower?
Yes, I can make it. I even have information to pass on to my commander, so the scouting mission won't be a complete failure.
Careful getting out there. Elkar Luderian. What the fuck is... Die, dude. Use Rune of Storm. Ah, I see. Talk to Captain Jerome. Alright. Who's she? What the? Oh, crap.
I'm badly hurt.
Yeah, I know you're badly hurt, dude. Captain Jerome.
Good work extinguishing those signal fires. You were clearly in time. There's no sign of an impending Dominion attack.
So we stopped the attack?
We didn't stop the attack, you did. You've given us crucial time to bring in reinforcements. Now we can repel this invasion before it gains a foothold. We owe you one for this. Good job!
Lion Guard Paulins. These heavy leggings were awarded for helping the Lion Guard repel a Dominion attack at Far West Tower. Thank you. But it's still not related to Endom though. Okay, we'll finish this quest and then we see what we can do. Recruit Cecile.
You arrived just in time.
Are you injured? Bro, are you fucking...
You arrived just... Not too badly. Luckily, you got here ahead of their interrogator. Thanks for freeing me. Now we have to look for the others.
I found the others. They should be back at camp. Up to recruit.
It'll take more than this to kill me.
Recruit Cecil. Okay.
Good to see you again. I hate to think what would have happened to me if you hadn't come along.
I see you all made it back safely.
We did, thanks to you. Now that we're all back together, we have a better chance to put an end to this Dominion incursion.
Lion Guard Gauntlets. These heavy gloves were awarded for rescuing the Lion Guard scouts from Dominion forces at Firewatch Tower.
All safe and sound, thanks to you.
No, no worries. Corporal Aldwin.
Thanks for finding the missing scouts. I wasn't sure I'd see them alive again.
Yeah. Alright. I'll go to the Way Shrine next and start from there. Alright, we'll start from here with this Galerian the Mystic. So, thank you for joining in. See you guys next time. Cheers.